So today I'm going to try to keep it short for you. And if you want to if you have any questions, drop them in the chat below or jump on the Facebook link, or I mean the Zoom link that's in the group as well. And I'm happy to, answer any questions you have. And this is also because we see in this group, it's also an emotional journey. It's also about believing in yourself and that you can actually realize what you really want, and also ask yourself what you really want, and do you really want to make that change. Then we are really, really happy to support people like you to get the best clean water out there, clean and healthy water, which I'm going to show now, and also join an amazing global community where we support each other to really realize our visions. And it's a powerful community. We're making huge steps and we're expanding rapidly, and you're all so very welcome to be a part of this massive change that's being created. So I'm going to jump into the presentation here. So the Scandinavian Wilds, our motto is shine your light, because we believe the more of us that have our standing, that stand with our voice clearly and we shine our light, we don't hide, we really take charge of our own lives, and we work from here and not from here, and we trust this process that we're in together of actually stepping into the world as we are authentically, and just really creating a lot of impact and a lot of real thriving and success in your personal life, because that's important to be able to do what you're here to do in this world. So I'm going to talk about the 5 steps that we teach our team and that we know from experience and from the international team that this actually works, and this is proven, and we have done it ourselves as well. So just to begin with, a lot of you know me already, but I'll just share a little bit about me and my water story. So my name is Maneka Helleberg. I am living in the southern Sweden with my beautiful family of 2 small kids and my husband, Christopher. And we have been living a sovereign free life for around 3 years, meaning that we haven't had a 9-to-5 job in 3 years. We've actually supported our whole family and lived a beautiful life with this opportunity that I'm going to show you. And now we support others to also do the same. But my story with the water is that both me and Christopher, we lived, the perfect life of having a big villa. I had a stable job as a teacher, and Christopher ran a transportation business, and we were doing well. Like we had, in the public eye at least, we were having this beautiful house and we had a motorcycle, we had cars, all of those kind of things. But were we really at peace? Were we happy? Could we actually be with our kids? Could we actually pursue our long-term goals of what we really wanted in this life? And the answer to that was no, definitely not. And also, did we have our full health? No, definitely not either. We were stressed out. I had problems with my health. I had chronic Lyme disease for 5 years, and I gotten past that, but my system was, toxified, and I was tired, I was exhausted. I just felt constantly like I was struggling just to get everything together, like waking up in the morning, stressing with taking the kids to kindergarten, not wanting to leave them or bring them up that early in the morning, and really stressful work as a teacher. We always had to prioritize. You were always under pressure, coming home like maybe at 5 o'clock sometimes with tired kids, just making food for them, putting them to bed, not having any real quality time with my own children, and then just eat, sleep, repeat. And me and Christopher, we were like close to burnt out, like I believe actually most people are in today's society. Today's society is not made for men and women. It's kind of like modern day slavery, if you ask me. And that's kind of blunt, but yes, I think people, especially the kids, deserve to be with their parents. And the parents should have all the tools they need to actually be parents and to be able to also feel that you accomplish, that you give something, that you have an impact, that you have a meaning in your life rather than just struggling. So me and Christopher, my husband, we came to that kind of line in the sand moment where we were like, we just can't continue like this. And I almost made like a prayer to the universe, like, okay, show me the path because we can't continue living like this. And 3 weeks later, my friend Chanel on Facebook, she wrote a post like, I found a way to be free of the 9 to 5 and actually travel the world and live a beautiful life without needing like that, an ordinary job. And I was like, yeah, there is something here because I know Chanel, she has a heart of gold, and I trust if she says something, I feel uh, it must be right because she was also, we met through the New Earth Project. She had been a detox coach for like 15 years, and I knew that she knew what she was talking about. And when we got in, we understood that this was about water and actually spreading the word about the best water that you can find out there. Everything just clicked and we went all in. We were like, okay, this is our way out of the glass box, like the kind of not being free. So we went all in. We started drinking the water. I healed up within 3 weeks. I got my energy back. I had a deep detox, and then I had full energy in my body. I remember I was like, wow, I feel like running or working out, or like I have so much more energy than before. And so many other things started to happen, like my rashes on my legs started to go away. My some allergies that I had, went away as well. Like lots of health, like issues that I had, they were like gone. And yeah, we can talk more about that. But within 3 months, we had created a huge success with this because when you feel this change in your body, you just spontaneously want others to also experience this. So from there, we started. 1 year after that, I quit my job as a teacher. 2 years after that, Christopher quit his job in the transport business. And now 3 years after that, like we've been here almost 5 years now, we have been living this life and don't want to go back to anything. Both we can't live without the water and we can't like imagine going back to a 9 to 5. So yeah, let's dive into the different details. So just ask yourself the question because everyone needs food on the table, right? So what model is supporting you today? It's just a fact, like it's no judgment. But what we found is that being employed does not do it. We've done that. We've been there. Being an entrepreneur, we thought that was going to be our freedom. We didn't find it there either. It was almost the opposite. You could put like all your hours into being an entrepreneur, especially if you're alone and you feel you don't have any backup. It's like you have to be hands-on like all the time. But then we found this model as an independent distributor where what the only thing you do is recommend a product that we love anyway to other people, and you get super high commissions from it. And that's basically it. Like you buy this technology, you can tap in just only that by having your own technology that anyway gives you and your family the best water that you can possibly imagine, like the top of the line in the world, like certified. So you have that machine and you can also just become an independent distributor. And that's where we found this time freedom, automation, and the possibility of creating a long-term plan and exponential income that can be passed on to our kids, which is just mind-blowing. And if you're feeling, looking at this, no, it's too good to be true. Well, it is this good. And I was also in the beginning like, oh, there has to be a hook, there has to be something strange. And the more I work with this, the more I look into it, I can tell you there is no hook. This is the best thing I've ever seen out there. And we also have, other people that have been in networking or other businesses, or even like Bob Proctor, these super respected people within like how to create huge success. They're like, yeah, be in the networking business and align with a product and a company that is stable, something that you believe in anyway. So that's what we did. That's how we created our success. And I'm going to share the real hands-on steps and the knowledge about the product and the company as well. So the 5 steps that we're going to talk about is 1, partner with a certified product and stable company, because you need to, believe in what you're doing, right? You need to also have the stability of a company. That's the first thing you look at when you evaluate something. And you work as an independent distributor with high commissions, meaning that you do this like as a business, you are responsible, but the time that you get in where you work smarter rather than harder pays hugely back. And the third point is team building and mindset, because you're not alone in this. And if you understand that the mindset and the inner work is 80% of this work, you understand how important this is. And the 4th step is education on how to spread the word about the water that we're working with. And that's actually the fun part. If you ask me, like, I'm a water person. When you dive deep into water, that we're 75% water, and a lot of people don't even bring it into the equation. I love to like spread the truth about water. I love to dive deeply into different aspects of water, but also to learn how to educate yourself on finding your values and finding what you make a stand for, and daring to show yourself to the world. So all of this is in our educational platforms that are done by top leaders in the world in these areas. And the 5th step is freedom through automation, where you have a lot of systems, a lot of backup just working there for you. Just the fact that there is this almost 50-year-old company that does most of the heavy lifting for you. Like, you don't have any stock or inventory, you don't have a lot of that work is like when as an entrepreneur that you have to take care of like employees and inventory, all of that. Lots of that is taken away, and a lot of systems, both for spreading the word about this, but also about the actual product, is done for you, which is amazing. So the first step is to partner with a certified product and a stable company. And now we're not talking about, any product or any company. This is a 50-year-old Japanese company called Enagic, and they have the highest international certifications and standards. And they are the leaders, like the original company. And I mean leaders, meaning that their technology is superior. You can't actually find anything that comes near it. And they are the leaders in that industry. And we get to work with them to give people clean and healthy water, which is like such a building stone. It's the most important thing, if you ask me, for your health, for your wealth, and for like it is the ground level for life. Everyone drinks water out there. It's just a fact. Everyone needs water. So let's talk about this particular water, because I see a lot of people out there like getting water filters, or putting on your tap, or you know, whirling their water or distilling their water. And that's a great step to take. Like, whoa, good for you. You've taken the first steps. But there's so much more to water. And I'd love to tell you just the story about the background of this company and this water for you to understand the depth of all the aspects of the water that can be there, not to just be clean water, but also to be healthy water, and also look a bit deeper at the problems that we have that most people are not aware of, unfortunately. So first and foremost, we consist of over 70% water, and water is the driving force of all nature. I think we all can sign up to that. So then it's kind of a mystery, like, why don't we talk more about the importance of the quality of our water, both the water that we drink, but also the water that we bathe in, because it's not a lot of people that understand that we actually absorb up to 1.5 liters of water when we actually swim and shower in water as well. So sorry to shock you, these are the real issues with our water, especially tap water in cities, can contain thousands of chemicals that are not good for our health. And if you ask authorities, they might say, well, there's such low levels, they're not dangerous. If you ask the researchers that I'm working with, they understand that this has a compound effect in the body. It does affect our health very negatively. And on top of that, there is the pipes that should have been changed years and years ago. And a lot of chemicals are actually added to the water to protect the pipes, not our bodies, guys. So they actually put extra chemicals there so that these old pipes won't break, which is just crazy. And then, you know, a lot of people turn to plastic bottled water, which is a great contamination problem around the world. There are people, you know, throwing plastic all over the world, creating a lot of microplastic in our ecosystems, affecting our animals and plants, etc. So this is not what we want to have in our world, right? So actually spreading this technology is also about reducing plastic and the use of plastic bottles all over the world, which is a huge, huge problem. So what does these problems with bad water, but also bad lifestyle, like eating fast food or being exposed to a lot of radiation or stress, you know, all of that creates these very kind of basis for a lot of disease that people are not always aware of. So this can cause dehydration, which means that even though you drink a lot of ordinary water, or, you know, bottled water or tap water, the body still can't absorb it. So you are still dehydrated. It can also create acidosis, which is the growing ground for a lot of different health problems. And the result is also inflammation. And a lot of chronic inflammations can then in itself also cause, like, all of these things can cause mental problems, physical problems, be the growing ground for more serious problems such as diabetes or cancer or arthritis, you know, chronic fatigue. Lots of these problems can be avoided if you understand the very important role that water has in your system. And this is something, you know, I see a lot, that people are really suffering in vain. Like, you don't have to have a lot of these health problems. That actually, if you're aware of the water and you change your water, of course, many other factors are playing in, and not making any claims as well. But this is what we've seen, is that a lot of health problems can be ameliorated with just changing your water to not just filtered water, not just, good water, but actually healing water, water that has healing properties according to lots and lots of science. So what then is our solution for you to get access to this optimal water? So first, a little background that researchers around 50 years ago in Japan started to analyze the most powerful healing springs in the world. These are springs where people have come to get water for hundreds of years and experienced lots of healing properties from the water. And one of them was in Okinawa, Japan. And what these researchers found was that the water has a negative charge. It's structured, it's full of molecular hydrogen, and it's very pure and clean. And then the researchers made a technology that could resemble the spring water, because of course everyone can't come and travel to these springs, these powerful springs, and take the water from there. They wanted us to have the spring water in our home, in our houses. So they started out to do this for hospitals and care homes and kindergartens in Japan. And then after a while, they thought, why not spread this to more people? And they started to also spread across the world and spread the word. And they created this technology that is medical grade technology in Japan that converts the tap water to 5 different kinds of water with 7 different pH levels. And it also has multiple industry awards and certifications, and these are top industry certifications with international standard because they have a beautiful company ethics. They have no debt. They're a gold standard company. They also have you can see all the certifications on their homepage. You can download it, you can read more about it. So if you go to enagiceu.com or enagic.com, you can see all about it there. So this technique actually purifies the tap water, ionizes and structures the water. It makes the water alkalized. It makes the water full of molecular hydrogen. Sorry. So just a short summary of Enagic and Kangen water. So it has the highest international standards and multiple awards. It has high levels of molecular hydrogen because of their patented technology. And molecular hydrogen is actually one of the most powerful antioxidants in the world that we're going to go into quite soon. They have alkalization through ionization, not through chemicals. And this is important because a lot of competition out there, they state, oh, we got lots of high levels of this and that. And they all try to compare themselves to what we have here. But it's kind of like cheating. It's not the same chemistry at all if you just add chemicals to the water. So this is the real deal, and the only technology out there that really has so stable high levels that actually have the healing properties as well. And one important thing is that the plates in these techniques, because this is an ionizing technique, so the water will pass by these ionization plates. And these plates are very solid, they're very thick, which means that you can actually put a lot of energy into them. You should be careful with lower, quality devices within this industry because they don't have that quality plates. So the plates that Enagic has, and the only technology that creates Kangen water, there is no other technology that creates Kangen water. These are patented and they're very solid and they're medical grade titanium and platinum, which is super important because they won't leak. They will last for 25 plus years, and they won't be, you know, any. It's very secure and safe. So this technology has medical certification in Japan, which is one of the hardest countries in the world to get that. It is a almost 50-year-old company now without debt that has a several hundred years timeline and business plan. So they are here to stay, guys. It's well-established international presence. If you decide to work with this, you will be supported and served by over 40 offices around the world. The technology has such high standard that you will invest in this for a lifetime or at least 25 plus years, and you will through this whole lifetime receive service, and also, you know, you can change the parts in the machine. They have all the parts for the machine, all the equipment. They know the whole product chain. They own the whole product chain. So they can actually help you to serve and change parts if that's necessary. Whereas with cheaper copies, after 7 years, you might just have to throw it away. So this is a company with clear also ethical values, which is important for me. They want to make a massive positive impact of financial freedom for people, time freedom, and health freedom. So these are the main products that we have in the company. There are other models for the water technology, but this is the top of the line called the K8. So when you invest into these 3 products, you will get the full health benefits from you know, what we have to offer. And the first technology is the K8 that produces these different types of water, not only for drinking, but what is super important is also for cleaning your vegetables, for instance, because if you have the aim to create a toxin-free home for yourself and your family, there is a lot of pesticides and toxins, you know, on the vegetables, even organic vegetables sometimes, which is kind of sad. But if you put them in the strong Kangen water, which is actually like an emulsifier, you will remove like glyphosate and lots of different chemicals that can, you know, disturb your system. And you can also throw out a lot of you know, cleaning things from your house, also disinfecting products. You can throw that out and use water, guys, to disinfect. And this is like FDA approved disinfectant water that is the pH of 2.5. So in this way, you can clean your house, your floors, your kitchen, bathrooms, everything just with water, which will create a toxin-free environment. And the other product is Anespa. And this is a beautiful, beautiful product for your skin and for your hair. But also the fact that, like I mentioned before, that you actually absorb the water through your skin. Our skin is our largest organ. And especially like chlorine and fluoride, lots of things that can be in the water can disturb the skin. And like I had rashes on my legs that just disappeared when I started to shower in the Anespa. And not only does the Anespa create clean water, it cleans the water, and then it's actually based on the hot springs in Japan that are also actually regulated by the Japanese state. And they're very proud of their hot springs in Japan for their healing properties for like thyroid diseases and lots of skin problems, and also for just being calm and strengthening the immune system. So they actually have taken these minerals specifically from the best hot springs in Japan and put them into the Anespa so that you get the benefits of these minerals when you bathe and shower in it. And it also has tourmaline, which is good for your health and good for your immune system. So the last product that Enagic has is the Yukon, which is a super powerful turmeric extract. And that is kind of a story in its own, what Enagic found, because turmeric has been used in Japan for hundreds, if not thousands of years to, support detoxification, anti-inflammatory properties, etc. And they just found a smarter way of like packaging the turmeric where it doesn't oxidize. So if you buy a jar of turmeric from the store, you open it, it will start to oxidize and the positive properties will diminish very rapidly. So Enagic also wanted to support the local community and created this product to support the local farmers. And then they made this capsule for the turmeric that doesn't make it oxidize, which means that together with lots of minerals and oils and help, supplements to the turmeric, they created this super powerful, also very researched product that is giving a lot of people, especially with inflammation problems and those kind of pains in your joints, etc. Huge success and huge healing. So just to mention that if you search on this water, be sure to search on Google Scholar or PubMed for electrolyzed reduced water. There are those out there trying to bring this down and spreading lies about Enagic and what we're doing. Don't listen to just opinions, listen to the facts, because there is a lot of other companies actually trying to, using very foul tricks to and everyone is comparing themselves to Enagic and to Kangen Water, which is because they are the leaders in the industry. But if you look for electrolyzed reduced water, which is the kind of medical term for this water, you will find thousands of research articles, and you will find also, you can search for any diagnosis that you might have or what might be looking for to look at the research around that. And then what really happens then in the body when you start to drink this water, you will have increased hydration, and that is kind of a ground level thing for your whole body and your whole system to be hydrated properly. You will find there are huge antioxidant properties. So, like I said, it's not just clean water, it's also antioxidant water, just like raw food or vegetables or fruits are antioxidant. And you will find that you get an increased cellular function, and the cells are, of course, the most important building blocks in our whole body. You will also get detoxification of toxins and acidity, which is something that, we are constantly exposed to toxins today, which is kind of sad. But when you drink this water every day, this will help you in that daily detoxification. So you have it by your side, whatever happens. So then what happens in your cells when you start to drink this water? So you will find that the cell breathing starts to increase, which means hydration and nutrition can actually come into the cells much better. And the waste products and toxins and acidity will be washed out of the cells. The negative charge in the water is very beneficial for our cells. So the cells need a negative charge to work properly. And this water has an ORP, oxidation reduction potential, which is how you measure the negative charge, of up to minus 850, which is huge. Other things like vitamin C or green tea, they come up to maybe minus 100 to 300 the most. So this is a huge, powerful antioxidant and negative charge. So, and all of this helps to also activate your mitochondria, and mitochondria is the little engines in your cells. So your energy level will start to increase. So now we have been diving into the water, and now we're going to look at the actual facts of living on this, creating another way of life, like we have done for our family, as working as an independent distributor with these huge, very high commissions. So the beauty of this model that we're working with is that it is truly a win-win model for everyone involved. Like my mentor Tarek says, the worst thing that can happen is that you get the best water technology out there for your family for the rest of your life, and you might not be successful with building it as a business, but that, like, that's good as well, right? So this is a model, a business plan, as certified and patented. This is high ticket sales. It's not like struggling and making huge amounts of sales, or you have to come up to a certain amount of sales. You do it in your time. You do it exactly when you want, how you want. There are not that many requirements at all, actually. It's just an opportunity. There's no stocking or inventory. You don't need to buy anything every month. There's no D-ranking, guys, which is if you have built this business to a position, you will be there for as long as you can imagine. So you work online with just a phone or computer, which means you can be location free. Of course, you can also have events. You can, whatever way, speaking from your heart, spreading the word about water, that is basically what you do. And of course, this is also certified by the Direct Selling Association. So there are some ethical guidelines. So we're not like chasing anyone here. We are just, being ourselves, sharing this opportunity, and those that understand, they will come to you instead. So this is a possibility to create an extra income stream and kind of future proof your life and your finances, and create this possibility of exponential income supporting you long term. And there are very high lifetime and leadership bonuses that you can achieve when you build this. And it's also something you can train others to do, just like we are doing in our team with these mentorships and education platforms and community, events and things like that. So you will get a lot of support, and you can also, pass it on to others. So how does this really work then? So it's actually very, very simple. When you buy your own water technology, whatever kind, you get a unique distributor ID from Enagic, and that is what you use to actually introduce others. When you recommend this product to someone else, you don't have to buy the product yourself. You don't have to do anything else than put your distributor ID on the product order. And in that way, Enagic knows that you should have the commissions from that order. And the commission plan is based on an 8-point model, which means that this is a unique patented model. There's nothing else out there, and it's very ethical and very high ticket. So for every machine that Enagic sells, they know that there are these 8 points, like the round piece of a pie on the top right, that will be distributed to the distributors. So one piece of commission for a K8, there are different levels of commissions for different technology, but we'll take this as an example. So for the K8, one piece of commission equals 285 euros. And the longer you've been working with this, the more people that you have introduced, the more you will earn, the more pieces of commission you will earn. So ranging from in 1A lane, where you start off, 285 euros, to for every lane that you rank advanced, you get one more piece of commission, and you can see the amount of team sales that you need to rank advanced in the system. So it's not only the sales that you do, but also the closest team, the ones closest to you that you've introduced, maybe a couple of levels down, you will also earn the points from them in that team cells. So for every further rank, you will receive one more point up to 6A, where you get 1,710 euros. And you can also have strategies where you actually earn all the 8 commissions, where you see that this is actually a huge return on your investment and also on your time and energy that you actually value now. And these are the possibilities of the exponential income with an addict. What happens after you have reached 6A. So it's all based on this win-win model where when you support others to also reach 6A and you support your team, you will also grow and you will also reach the higher leadership levels. So at 6A, you get your first one-time bonus of 2,100. 6A2, when you have 2 more 6As in your team, you get a one-time bonus of 4,200 euros. And at 6A2-2, which means you have another level of people that have become 6A in your business, you will earn 8,400 in a one-time bonus. And one more level of 6As, it's like this tree, like branching out, if you view it like that. And the more you grow this tree, the more you will receive back. But at this level of 6A2-3, that's when the real magic starts to happen, where you get 17,000 euros, 17,500 euros in a one-time bonus and 3,500 euros monthly. So this is for life. Whatever happens, you get this baseline of 3,500 euros monthly. And I can say, I've was at the university for 4 years to become a teacher, but it's all, and because that was the ordinary path, right? And I was passionate about being a teacher, but it did not create an income for my own family. I could not do more good for more kids out there, than actually 4 years, actually soon 5 years in this business. I'm making more than I could ever do as a teacher. So next level after that, 6A2-4, 35,000 euros, one-time bonus, 7,000 monthly. 6A2-5, 70,000 euros bonus, one-time bonus, 10,500 monthly. And there are even more levels. I won't go into it more, but this is an exponential income possibility that is solid, beautiful, safe. You have full support to create this from the team. So, and which means also the investment that you make into one machine can easily come back to you if you treat it as a business. Of course, there are no promises at all. Some people make it, some don't, but the possibility is there for you to take this opportunity and run with it and create this beautiful life for you and your family. And with you, you have this beautiful team that supports you in the team building and the mindset. And this is my mentors, Balázs Cardos and Christy Ord, Balázs is 6A2-6 and Christy is 6A2-4. They're living beautiful lives. I can tell you that. They don't have to think about money. And now they're all about supporting all of us in the broader international team. So this was at our event in Stockholm last September, where they came all the way from all over the world to mentor us. And we had a beautiful event, beautiful party, lots of amazing speakers. So we do support each other to both locally and globally with a very like-minded team of visionaries and top mentors in the field. And you will also learn to set your unique goals and make a step-by-step plan to achieve them. That's why, like I said in the beginning, what do you really want to create in your life? That question is valued. That question is valid. That question is something that we take seriously and something that we support each other on even more levels than just entrepreneurship. It's also in the mindset, in the personal development, and knowing that success is 80% inner work and 20% outer work, which is kind of a beautiful side effect of this business, that you develop yourself very, very much. So this beautiful global community, it's thousands of people that have made this work for themselves, that live beautiful lives. If it's like younger people that just want to travel, or others that want to help schools in Africa, or uh, water projects, or build retreat or healing centers. Like, there's so many people doing beautiful things and actually making a huge positive impact out there, because with the time, with the funds, with the support of this community, a lot of amazing, beautiful things actually starts to happen for real. And there are lots of people that really want to build this new paradigm way of living, and like just living life together, which is amazing. So these are some of our beautiful mentors: Tariq Amavi, Balash Cardos, and Christy Ord. And they're really, really all very inspired by just supporting people to use their voice, to speak out, to be their authentic selves, and create prosperity, because also the funds and the finances are a part of like thriving and living a beautiful life, and also creating freedom on so many different levels. And to do that, we have beautiful education on how to spread the word about the water. So we have it both in Swedish. We have a Swedish platform called the Scandinavian Wilds Academy that you're welcome to look into. We also just actually have opened this space for people who are interested to learn more. So you can ask me or the person that invited you here, and we can invite you there as well. And we have a beautiful Australian education platform called the Freedom Era, which is like the top of the line, like the top education you can get. And then lots of others, other spaces like chat groups and mentorship calls, and Facebook groups for team only, that supports you and educates you to be successful in the online space. And the beauty of that a lot of it is online is that you can actually sit on, like, by the ocean, or in, like, we have people in France, Mexico, all around the world that actually just use a phone and a laptop to work, which also means, like us, we can live in the countryside. You don't have to be cramped up in cities and go to a physical location to go to work, which is actually a part of being free as well, to actually be location free, where there are so many deeper levels of actually working like this. So what you do is you buy a machine, you educate yourself, and you start to make a personal plan from your passion, from your way of life, from what you want to create, and you start to spread the word about the water together with us, and not just about the water. So what a lot of us do is also just be our authentic selves, and find the people that want to create the same vision as we want, and we just use this as a tool to actually create that vision. So it's not about like, oh, hello, come and buy water. It's about you living your why, living a deeper, like in a deeper purpose. And through that, you will attract the right people to you. So this education is all about that, all about finding your values, finding your vision, and then living that life. And then in that process, you will start to grow a bigger and bigger team that also wants to build this with you. And the last step is freedom through automation, because when you understand that there can be ready-made and automated systems that does the heavy lifting for you, such as, if you want to work completely online and just do ads and reach out to huge numbers of people, and then have a process where they are also taken care of. Or if you, just value the fact that Enagic in itself is an automation. What you do, if you like do events physically, or if whatever way you want to spread the word, you have Enagic. They've got your back. They do the shipping. They do the producing the products. They do service. They do all of that for you. And in this way, you work with, you spend your time doing what you really want to do, and you work smarter rather than harder. And you can actually, with the rest of your time, do other things like being with your kids and your family, or doing things that are good for the planet, or just having fun and living life. So what steps do you actually take to actually join our team? So what you do is book a free personal consultation with me or the one that invited you to the group. And we will, answer any questions or let you know any information you need. And you can make your decision to actually invest in your own water technology or any kind of strategy. If you want to fast track this, if you feel like we did, like, yes, this is our way out, we're going to do it, we're going to go full in, that's what you can do as well. And then you get access to our team resources, the mentorships, the programs. Now we're starting in a week's time, a 60-day sprint, like 2 months of hand holding, step-by-step processes for anyone. Wherever you're starting, you don't need any background in this. We will actually show you step-by-step how to do this. And what you do is you set your personal plan for the long term, for you to create your own path and your own freedom and sovereignty with your mentor. And then you start to have fun and build your sovereign and free life and long-term vision and legacy, which I believe everyone should have the life that we have. My husband and thousands of others like us that actually live like this. It is possible. It is real. We love to support people like you out there. So just reach out to us straight away, and we're happy to support you to get started as well. So thank you so much for listening today. And I hope you got some value out of that. I'm happy that I managed to keep it a bit shorter this time, and really happy to talk to you soon, I hope. And you're so welcome to start this journey with us and to explore all of the different dimensions that is supported within this model and within this team, where I've just scratched on the surface here today. But I believe that this model takes care of so many different problems that we're facing out there today. And I believe that this is the best model out there to actually create another way, a new paradigm way of making a living in life. So thank you so much for listening, and hope to see you soon, and have a very great evening. Thank you. Bye-bye.